how y'all doing? Welcome to the second installment of Ask a BFI. Once again, my name is Jesse Long, and I am the BFI here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Once again, if you're not familiar with what BFI means, just think of it as a youth pastor. In this video series, the point is to talk about different subjects that come up about faith, life, and the Salvation Army. This week, I feel like it wouldn't be responsible to not talk about the situations going on with George Floyd, with Breonna Taylor, with the individuals who lost their life, or their life was taken for no reason other than the color of their skin. I'm going to read the Salvation Army statement on racism. And excuse me for looking at my phone, but I do not have a great memory, and I don't want to misquote. Racism is fundamentally incompatible with the Christian conviction that all people are made in the image of God, and all are equal in value. The Salvation Army believes that the world is enriched by a diversity of cultures and ethnicities. The Salvation Army firmly believes that racism is contrary to God's intention for humankind, and yet we recognize the tendency for racism is present in all people, in all societies. Racial discrimination can take many expressions, including tribalism, casteism, and ethnocentrism. Racism is not only the result of individual attitudes, but can also be perpetuated by social structures and systems. Sometimes racism is overt and intentional, but often it is not. You have to excuse me for butchering some of those words. I apologize. At a time like this, where we're seeing these things happen, and guys, it's unfortunate, but it's very true that these incidents that have happened with the killing of George Floyd, things like this have happened throughout history, particularly throughout the history of America. It's just that now we have the capability to see it. And because of that, it's hopefully opening up a lot of people's eyes to the truth of what is really going on, to the truth that there is racism still around today. There is still injustice around today, and that we have to make a change. And I use that word "we" because it's not any group of individuals. It's not any single person. It's us as a community, as a culture, as a world that needs to make this change. As far as the reactions goes, the riots, the looting, I can't sit here in good conscience and tell you that I agree with it. I don't agree with violence. I don't agree with that, but I do understand it. I understand why people are so angry that they've gotten to this point, or we've gotten to this point. But understanding doesn't mean condoning. I believe that we have to speak out. Um, I do believe that we should protest. I believe that we should speak out. I believe that it is time to make a stand. It's not time to straddle the fence. That can't be done. That's been done for too long. But I don't believe violence is the way to do it. And I know people may disagree, and that's okay. We still are allowed to disagree. But one thing I also want to say is right now, there are a lot of opinions flying around. And there are a lot of people speaking, which we need to do. We need to speak. We need to say, we need to speak out against racism. We need to speak out against hate, but we also need to listen. I can never fully understand what it is to not be a white man, because that's how I was born. I can speak whenever I see somebody doing something wrong. I can stand with my brothers and sisters of all races and all ethnic backgrounds. But ultimately, I can never fully understand what it is to be a black man in America, to be an Asian woman in America. Because I'm not. But that doesn't mean that we can't listen. Slow to speak, quick to listen. Guys, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are staying safe. Hope y'all are staying in God and in Christ. Once again, if you have any questions that you would like us to talk about, please reach out. My email will be at the end of this video, once again. Yeah. I mean, right now, it's kind of hard for me to really communicate what it is that's in my heart. And there's no really words that can heal right now. But I know we can heal from this. But we have to change. Yeah. Guys, once again, love y'all. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. Next week will be a special video, as I will have a guest joining me. This will be the first time that we'll have a guest. I'm hoping that that'll become a more common occurrence, is having people come on here that want to talk and want to tell you more about what they do with the Salvation Army and who they are as people. All right, guys. God bless you.